Not clickbait, guys. Yeah, it actually happened. Just before New Year's, I was driving along, um, paying attention. This lady wasn't. She was trying to be overly cautious, and look, accidents happen. Um, oh, Look, at the end of the day, it's probably my fault. Um, could have been driving a bit slower, I guess. I was doing the speed limit anyway. Um, but yeah, look, these things happen. That's why we've got insurance. They cover this stuff here. I mean, straight off the bat, you can probably tell I need a new bonnet and a new headlight. I actually haven't popped the bonnet yet to assess the damage. So we'll have a bit of a look at that now. But look, it's one of those things where you're never going to really be 100% in the right or in the wrong. It's just one of these bad things that happens out on the road. Um, just bear with me 1 second. I'll put the bonnet up. Um, so yeah, I guess straight off the bat, looks like I'll be needing a second headlight. Tab's broken there, and look, like I said, this stuff's expensive, but that's what we pay insurance for. At the end of the day, I'm gonna need a new radiator support panel. Fans look pretty shattered there, so I'm gonna need some new fans. The radiator I think is okay. I could be wrong, but there's no liquid leaking out of it or coolant leaking out of it or anything like that. Chassis is fine. I mean, you've got your impact bars there; they look to be okay. Everything's just obviously pushed in a bit. Is it going to be a big job? Well, yeah, probably. Is it going to write the car off? No, I don't think it will. But look, it's one of those things where if the insurance company come back to me and say we're going to write it off, then there's not much I can do about it, except for buy another Skyline, which is not the worst thing in the world, obviously. But yeah, this left-hand light here shattered into like a million pieces. I didn't actually know a plastic headlight could shatter like that, but it did. Um, but yeah, the car's going in tomorrow, so probably it's probably going to take a good couple of weeks before I get it back. Before you guys see the next video on obviously doing anything on the car. But look, just to keep you guys in the loop. As I've said, this is not clickbait. Obviously, you can see it's actually happened. Look, not all is lost though. This front bumper bar is fine. I mean, a little bit of plastic weld here. Someone that knows what they're doing could probably fix that up quite easily. I might give it a shot eventually, but I don't. I don't actually want to keep this bumper bar on the car. I actually want to put my Nismo one on there. I've taken it out of the shed now, so we're going to have a bit of a look at that, and you guys can see obviously what it looks like, and I think you guys will agree it's going to suit the car a lot better. As I said, because insurance paying for this and all that, let them do it. I'm I'm not a panel beater or anything like that, so I don't actually know too much about paint and bodywork and things like that. They're the professionals, let them do it. Again, my things that I do on my car are only obviously to my best abilities, and as I get better at them, obviously, I can show you guys what I'm doing. But for the most part, it's obviously all about learning as we go along. So again, yeah, there's the pod filter. Obviously, that lasted all of one day, but these things happen. I'm not too bent out of shape over it. At the end of the day, I'm fine, so it's a good thing. Bit upset that obviously I don't have my car for a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's going to come back to me better than what it did before. We'll go and take a look at that bumper now. Right, so there it is. Obviously, those of you with 34s have seen these before. They're getting incredibly rare now. I was able to jag this at a pretty good price. I think I paid $250 for it, which is pretty much unheard of. But it took a lot of waiting and looking and searching and whatnot, and it's just one of those things where I guess if you can find one that's in half decent nick, then get it. This is the only real damage here. I mean, it's got some scuffs and whatnot, but for a panel shop or a paint shop, that's going to be nothing for them. The only thing I've actually done to this bar is I went and bought some mesh today, the black mesh, because I don't know if you can see this, but the holes on this mesh here are a lot bigger than the ones down here. But when I got the bar, it only came with part of the mesh, so I've got the inserts for this part here, and obviously the the grill here, but I didn't have any for the middle or this side here. So I thought if I got it done without having the mesh there, it's going to look pretty dicky. So I went and bought some mesh today from Super Cheap Auto, one of our auto stores here in Australia. And look, it cost $26 for the mesh. I just cut it down to size. I did a bit of measuring and whatnot. And I think in terms of how it looks front on and things like that, I think it really suits the bumper bar. It's black just like the OEM stuff. So I think it's going to look pretty good. I'll throw a picture up of what it should look like once it's done. The person I actually bought the bumper bar off had a picture with it with their car, and obviously you can see it's very similar colours. So I'll throw a picture of that up now, and you guys can have a bit of a look and tell me what you guys think. I'll be signing off for a little while now, but when I do get my car back, we'll start on some mods. I'll do a video of what the bumper bar looks like once it's painted and on the car, and obviously from there we can start doing some more shows. Thanks guys, bye.